Spirit DJ Brie. Welcome back, everybody. I hope y'all have had a great week. I've had a lot of blessings myself. Y'all, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard to your first class seat to your destiny. Yes. Start date 2/18/2026, 8:01 p.m. That could be a number for somebody. Excuse me. You drinking some of that salsa water. Good stuff. Dang it. All right. Okay. Well, for all you newcomers, welcome aboard, and all you returners, welcome back. What's up? Hope you've been doing good. Tell me all about it anytime. Yes. Anytime. How this works, if you knew, I work with the energies and frequencies of those genius lyricists and the frequencies of music. Yes, I read the energies. I work with Pandora at the moment. Things are getting better, and they always do every day. Every day I'm getting blessings, and I look for the positive in everything. Um, Everything's going good every day. Been a little tired today. I've been working hard, so trying to reach goals, and every day I'm getting blessings. I had to go. I think I said on the last show I had to go to the ophthalmologist today, and things are looking good. Uh, I have cataracts, but at the same time I have 20/20 vision, so I only have to have readers now. I don't have to have bifocals and stuff like that, so that's good. So my eyes are getting better. And I'm fixing to go get hypnotized soon enough. I want to stop smoking, and it's a safe, healthy way. I'm going to try it or see what other options I have. I'm grateful for that. Just things are going good every day. I've got so many gifts and blessings from the universe. So here it is. I thought about a song today that I want to get back to doing those particular shows because I like them. So that's just what it is. So get out a piece of paper and pen, get your favorite snack or whatever it is that you would like to do, glass of wine or whatever. We don't judge here, or 20, it's okay too. I wish I could do it right now, but I can't. Because I have things to do, and I'm very responsible. Hello, Bacon. What's up? That's my favorite meat. Man, I go crazy on bacon. Yes. Human resources. That's funny, dude. Really funny. That's cute. Live chat. Well, hi, you human resources. Oh, that's funny. Thank you. Welcome aboard. Over here, we do the love stuff, and when it comes up, and a lot of times I teach y'all things, so get your extra, notebook for that. A lot of times I'll tell you to go back and check a song out, numbers, work with, trying to get, when I get a chance to start doing a little bit more of astrology. I really like it, and just, learning a lot of different stuff. Because we are, the energy of the sun pushes us forward, it's radiating. We need it to live, and then the moon subtracts, all the stuff, the secrets. It just pulls it out. I see better at night. Somebody was laughing today. Well, you're such a vampire. I had to have my eyes dilated. So as soon as the night hit, I could drive again. So, I have to work with my eyes all the time because I have to work with a map all the time. So just good news today. It's like God's healing me, and I'm grateful for it. Moving forward, trying to get another place to stay and get on my feet. Just got a lot of goals, just a love to everyone and my family and positivity, even with whether I'm with them or not. You know, sometimes I've just been studying a lot, just understanding a lot, so it gives me a better emotional quotient, you know, and I'm able to catch things easier, remembering things, you know, just being able to focus better. We're in Mercury retrograde right now, and we're in a year of the horse starting today. So anybody that your year is of the horse or you are a Sagittarian, this is your year to manifest your best goals. And how you do that is by staying emotionally intelligent. In other words, head over heart. And I don't mean to be cruel or, you know, cutting or anything like that, but just control of your emotions and responding, not reacting. Right now is not a good time to, you know, do a lot of contracts or anything like that. So, you know, I was on my way to try to, you know, do some processing stuff, and I just decided to wait, you know, because it's not the right time, and I want to eventually get to where I can do charts for people. So, oh, thank you for liking it. You know, I don't always worry about that. Those will come when they come. You know, but hey, people get stingy. It don't cost nothing but a thumb, you know, and they can't even do that. So, the heck with it. But they'll stay there, stay here, and get positivity. And of course, I get the trolls. I love them more than anything because then I get to be, you know, smart alecky with them. So, yeah, I love it. I give y'all angel numbers sometimes. I want to go back to doing movies, but I don't get to watch a whole lot of TV. But I do like to do songs. And one of the songs I want to do, and just come on live, and then it'll come on later. But I used to do that all the time. You know, me and the Spirit would, you know, do a song and start on that energy, right? So put your ears on so you don't get distracted, and the hearing is better in case it's low. You can always go back and rewind if you have to. That's no problem. Energy is fluid here. Timing is fluid. Matter of fact, really, we don't have a time. The only time we have time is so we can get certain things done. But if you work with those energies, you always have time. Always have time. Um, you know, timing comes out right. Okay, 24035, 2035 might be a good year to look forward to in 2035. All right, it's 70 degrees Fahrenheit in Central America, Central Time America. I am stuttering a little bit. It is Mercury retrograde, so you know my eyes were affecting my mouth today. That's funny. So tonight I'm listening to classic rock radio, and I didn't have it on that. I had 80s rock, but I guess Spirit wants to listen to that tonight, so I guess we will. Um, you can put me on the big screen if you like, and you can see the road maps better. Just kidding. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. You know, I can always get Botox. So, but every day my life is better. And if y'all know my story, that I was in a crisis last year. You know, sometimes when people aren't, you know, loving and kind to you, they just want to take from you. Then they don't see sometimes that other people need help or whatever. Or like right now, some of you guys are going to become famous, and you have to be able to deal with, you know, betrayals and, you know, people talking, and that's all it is. When they know about you, but they don't know who you are, they didn't take the time to do it, or you know they're mad because you didn't give it, and they ostracize you out of the community and or their space or whatever. And you know it's conditional love, it's not unconditional. And you know, a lot of times it's family or people that you thought were family. And, you know, people change up. And the sad part about that is when you do come up, they've ostracized themselves out of that community. So, you know, because you, as the manifestors, you have the right frequency and you are protected by God's love and favor. Favor means you trust, and you walk down the road less traveled, and you know how to turn that fear into courage, and you get up, you know. So whenever you walk into a room or anywhere, even if somebody has karma coming for them, at least while they're around you, it doesn't affect you. It will not. Matter of fact, they're protected. But when you're not there, they're not protected. And they don't get the gifts that come with doing the right thing, even if it's not comfortable and you didn't want to do it and you gave people chances. And it's not your first rodeo. So that's what I got to say tonight. So let's get started with 80s rock radio. Let's get tapped in, tuned in, and turned on. And let's see what Spirit's got to say tonight. I am playing the frequency of love tonight. So I'm wishing that for y'all. And I got a new selenite. And I don't know if y'all can see it. It says good effing vibes. All right. So that's what I got here. And I got a little incense burning. And as you can see, right, we've got the eye here, okay, which is the all-seeing eye. And it's also with the, you know, the eyeliner, which is raw, right? I was looking at some cards today. I'm looking for some Egyptian cards, but I got a new set, and I'm going to work with them tonight, as you can see. Beautiful, beautiful cards. I saw another set, but it was kind of erotic, you know, and it had, you know, it showed body parts, but it was beautiful, and it was like warrior type. And then I got a Love Steampunk, and I got this new deck, and this is the machine, and, oops, did I get it right? This talks about futuristic and kind of like the Matrix. So how, you know, the earthly realm is called the machine. And it's really awesome. So I'm going to work with that tonight and see what Spirit's got to give. I looked at quite a few sets and was drawn to these. I think one of them was the Labyrinth, like that one. And then Back to the Future was really cool. So, all right, let's see what we got here. The wisdom from the gods of the machine. So wisdom is your experience in life. Yet that can't be changed. And it's also your truth. So people can say lies all they want to, but they can't change your experience, your side of it, what you went through. Okay, they can say their side as well. But then we know that there's the facts, because everybody has their perspective and how they feel through things. But they still can't change your truth. So, you know, they can say whatever, but it doesn't mean it's the truth, your truth. So just remember that, people, all right? That's why people say, oh, you said this, and you did that, and you call them on it. Well, when did that happen? Well, I can't remember all that, but you can remember that, right? Okay. If it's that important to you, you should remember some details, okay? So that's how I know people are BSing, you know, really. These vampire cards are really beautiful, and this is the Codex of the Vampires, okay? The reason why I got this deck, somebody picked it, and because I can see really good in the dark, and, you know, because of my eyes and stuff, except for the glare, you know, with the cars and stuff. I went ahead and got these, and they happen to be, you know, on sale, and it's nice when I can buy something for myself. You know, because I would just work and work and work, and, you know, trying to get things that I need as well, and some things that I want. I work hard. I deserve to treat myself once in a while, right? Yes, I did. Hello, Christopher. How are you? Hello, love. Lovey locks. Hi, Christopher. How are you? Hey there. Hi, Pam Bear. Welcome aboard. That is our stewardess. Yep. Stewards are on the train as well. Okay. All right, so we're going to watch the Codex. Codex is also, I'm trying to remember the Codex for Hermetics, per, you know, the Torah. Codex is also kind of the codes, and also, um, you know, what certain words are in the Hebrew language. Okay, and it's also kind of like, you know, the scripture. Okay, the numbers of scriptures. That's what angel numbers are as well. Okay, so it's kind of a combination. All right, so I'm gonna be using these tonight. I dropped some. Yeah, I did. Make sure I didn't drop some on the floor. I may have to read a little bit so I can get used to the cards and the characteristics. I got some cards down here. Oh man, stretch, stretch. Oh man. All right. Oh yeah, that's the Marie Antoinette love card. I got one under my foot. I feel. No. Okay. We're good. Oh man. It's nice to take a couple of days off this week, but I've still worked in the morning, and you know. Just had to take care of personal business because I'm trying to take care of myself and love on myself. So I decided to send y'all love. You know, we might talk a little bit about Kundalini. Kundalini is when you making, you know, you have an intimate time with someone and you have that ultimate love from you know, the heavens, and a true love. You know, you both have God in you. Men aren't exactly as spiritual as the woman should be, but when you're making love, it's out of this world. And if you know, you have to know how to do that. You have to have experienced it to know how to share it. Not everybody has it because they don't have God's love for the universe, right? They may just be religious. There's nothing wrong with being spiritual and religious, because it means you are connected to God. When you learn about religion and you go to the right teachers, then you should be able to get that connection to God. So that's where I'm at, and I'm not going to change it just because somebody learns how to judge somebody inside of the church. Okay, I've been around enough religions and studied enough religions and practiced a few to understand religious philosophy and how it works. 1134044. So new beginnings, the number 11. Okay, building, change, collaborations, coming together to build a structure, whether it's within you or within a new life. Okay, so that's what we're going with that. All right, let's get ready to go. We are back in black. Of course, we know that. When you're in the black, that means you are not in the red. You're not in a negative energy. So AC/DC, right? That is electricity, by the way. Let's go. Okay, so we got biscuits and soup here, Pillsbury and Progresso. So we're progressing, and somebody's hungry, man. I hit the sack. Somebody's glad to be back and hanging from a noose. It's loose from the noose. Go check out that song, and if you know, you listen to lyrics, it's pretty cool. 9 Lives, Cat's Eyes. Okay, I love AC/DC. Somebody's ready, because they're ready to be back in black. What do we got, Spirit? Hey, hey, because I'm back in black. Yes, I'm back in black. That's when you're on the right frequency. I'm a power pack. Somebody's a power pack. Yeah. So, you know, you got your energy pack, right? Nobody's gonna get me on another ride. So you guys, right now, are on the right track. Y'all are manifesting. Yes, year of the horse. Whether it's your birth year or you are a Sagittarian, Jupiter expansion. So you're expanding in all areas, right? Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and the big one, financially. So I'm ready. My gifts are expanding, man. It's like I put it into uh, uh, moldavite is one of the most powerful manifesting stones, and I've been working on getting one, and it's expensive. They're hard to find, and so I'm trying to get one, but you got to be very careful because it is very powerful. So you got to stay out of that negative energy, you know, when you wear it, because you're gonna. It's like a power boost for your affirmations and intentions. Okay, y'all hit the thumbs up. I appreciate it. You gonna sit here and watch? At least give something back. That's how you get more, right? So I appreciate it. I'm back in black. All right, what do we got, Spirit? Let's try these new cards out. I played with them earlier just to get a feel for them. They're beautiful. It's got lilies on it and roses. The artist is really good. It's the other one's John and Caitlin Matthews with illustrations by Will Kinghan. And the vampire deck is Tarot of the Vampires, Charles Harrington, illustrated by the Craig Maher. And it's really interesting. I have to learn a lot on that. It's kind of different steampunk. It's kind of like the Tinker Dam deck that I love so much. And I got to see that. Well, I'm going to get another Godfather deck, but I need to get another Tinker Dam deck because the one of them got damaged in the place that I was living in, and it's the heart. And it turned the heart green, and it's, you know, all warped and stuff, so every time I'm shuffling the deck, the heart comes out. Hello, Unicorn, welcome aboard. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. I love my mods. Hey, I was going to get Ilda to come over here and be a mod. She used to come on the show. All right. Faithfully. So somebody wants to be faithful. So the love is frequencies working tonight. Highway run till the midnight sun. Wheels go round and round on my mind. Well, the hoarser I am, the better I sing. Restless hearts sleep alone tonight, thinking on my love along the wire. So somebody's sending all their love telepathically. Well, ain't no place to start a family. Maybe somebody's on the road a lot. Right down the line, it's been you and me. Love and the music, man, ain't always what it's supposed to be. Oh, girl, you stand by me. I'm forever yours. Faithfully. So somebody wants you to stand by them. One more, Spirit. All of these are coming up right side. That's something to say. Circles of lights under the big top world. We don't need a crown to make us smile. So somebody thinks you fun. You make them smile. Through space and time, always another show. Wonder where I am, lost without you. So somebody's lost without you. Being apart ain't easy on this love affair. All right. Strangers learn to fall in love again. So somebody, they need to get back together and fall in love again. I'd give the day. Maybe they didn't know you. Maybe they didn't give you a chance. Or you didn't give them a chance. Okay, the Hierophant. man by me, and I'm forever yours, faithfully. And that's the same thing with God. You're obedient to him, he'll always be yours. 2038054. Okay. Looking at this card, you got like the Mother Mary over here covered, right? And there's flowers. So somebody's giving you homage, right? And of course, this is a church, right? So the Hierophant in reverse, to me, tells me that that's being religious, but being hypocritical, being traditional and not spiritual, okay? Or, you know, being judgmental about spirituality, okay? Or maybe wanting to lose it. To me, you know, the Hierophant, is like somebody that's not following their heart or their love or the obedience of God. They're pretending to be something that they're not religiously. And that's not good, you know? Faithfully. So somebody's on a journey. All right, what do we got, Spirit? All right, thank you. So we've got the Six of Swords. Okay, right side up, it looks like this. Beautiful cards. It's in reverse. So the Six of Swords in reverse. That means still not in calm waters. Upset. Rocky. Right? So maybe somebody's background is changing because it's not working. Sometimes we're taught things that just doesn't work anymore, right? They want to go to calm waters. And here you see, okay, there's the ship there, the boat. And there's two women here. You know, woman, maybe they were left in, unsafe waters. Here we go. Dream on. I love it. Aerosmith. Okay, and it's in reverse. So somebody's not feeling safe. They're, you know, these two are comforting each other. They're scared. They're looking at it. And then maybe somebody's in the city, too. Okay? So they're dreaming. Or they want their dreams to come true. Every time I look in the mirror, all these lines, face getting clearer. So somebody's face is getting clearer. All the pain and the harshness, everything's clearing. I said that earlier about myself. Night, I dust to dawn. Isn't that the way? Everybody's got their dues in life to pay. Yeah. I know nobody knows where it comes and where it goes. No. Everybody sins. Yeah. So the Six of Swords is not being at ease, and you want to go to those calmer waters. You want to go to your treasure island. Oh, just and learn from fools and from sages. Oh, it's true. All of this come back to you. So these are fears, actually. Sing for the years, sing for the laughter, and sing for the tears. Sing, women, just for today, never tomorrow. The good Lord take it away. So, you know, things can be taken away in a minute if it's just physical things. Just like that. Okay? You know, there's the things that you can't, I mean, I've never seen a U-Haul go behind a hearse anywhere. So you can't take those things with you. You got to have God's love. You know, maybe some people don't believe in God's love. But wherever this person's at, whatever they have, it's not working anymore. It's just not. We're in the age of Aquarius. That's it. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream until your dreams come true. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream until your dreams come true. Yeah. Hi, Lisa. Dream on, dream on. Hi, Alan. Dream on, dream on. Dream on, dream on, dream on. Ah, yeah. All right, what else we got, Spirit? What else you got messages for the dreamers? Or the cross-watchers. Sing for the years, sing for the laughs, and sing for the tears. Sing women, just for today, never tomorrow. Good and long, take it away. Sing women, sing for the year, sing for the laugh, sing for the tears. Just for today, never tomorrow. Good long, take it away. Wow. I don't know if you can see this, but this little girl, you know, the woman's older and she's a little darker, right? But you can see this girl's hands are white, and she's got some kind of flowers in her hands. It looks like baby's breath. Here we go. The Eagles, peaceful, easy feeling. So somebody wants this peaceful, easy feeling, right? Hi, Nish. Okay. What do we got? The Empress. Wow. Beautiful card. So we got a reverse Empress here. Now, Empress could be an older person, okay? But it was in the reverse. All these cards are in the reverse. And mine are looking like they're all upright. It's weird, look. And they're coming out weird. You know what I'm saying? Okay, the Empress in reverse is someone that is pretending to be something that they're not. Fake nice, you know what I'm saying? But if you look at this Empress, she's got the owl, she's got the snake, and she's got the wolf with her. And of course she's with the trees, right? And she works with the earth. So this person is not in an Empress capacity. And let's see what's gonna happen here. So maybe they've lost their gifts. Ready standing, it's on the ground. So somebody needs to get grounded, of course. What else we got, Spirit? And I'm going to read a little bit on these cards too, on the book. See what else I can get. Right now, Nish, I'm not reading personals at the moment. 5450111. Make your wish, everybody. Okay, changes towards your stability. Okay. Stability, 2 of Cups, 5 and 1. New beginnings. What else we got, Spirit? Wow, it just keeps coming out in reverse, man. What's up with this? So we've got the 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles is holding back. So when it's in the upright, right? Okay, so you've got that casket there. It's kind of like a death and rebirth in a way. And then you've got the loyalty of the protection of that Doberman there, right? He's protecting his master here. And there's a vault. If you look, there's a vault with the beams, so that if there's a movement, okay, kind of like in a bank, you know, you hit those beams, then it's gonna alert, right? But the dog is always there too. So this is showing that somebody is holding back. Okay, they're holding back money. They're holding back. They're definitely, you know, not protected, and they're not loyal to whoever this is. Okay, but they want to come out of that casket. They want to come from behind that vault. They're not feeling protected, right? And that's the Hierophant. So they're not protected. They're not protected by spirit. You can't walk in God's house and be like that. Okay? You just can't. That's disrespect. So somebody wants to be an empress, but they've been showing themselves. So playing the part, but not being the part. They're a false empress. Hello. Hello, 9K. Always focus on having some money come in. Okay, you never wait for tomorrow. You can plan for it, but you need something right now, right? I don't wait on promises. Okay, so here we go again. We got the 4 of Cups. And that's not taking something, it's resisting, right? Holding back feelings. Oh, well, you know, it's kind of like the, you know, I'm going to punish you type of thing. Just an example, you know, I'm not going to take that, you know, but even though they want it, right? But look at that. The blood is toxic, right? And he's holding back. Maybe he's holding back from putting something where it should be. Maybe something's hitting in a vault, right? This could also be family. It's blood, relatives. I just call that blood, right? So, ain't too proud to beg. So maybe somebody, the guy looks like he's begging, right? Or trying to take something, right? So, somebody doesn't want you to leave them. So he feels like a half a man. And if you look at it, because he was holding back, you know, he didn't get to the promised land or treasure island. And these people are waiting, right? Just don't leave me. Don't you go. You know, it's kind of hard when somebody ghosts you and leaves you, and then they're mad because you let go. Sometimes you don't have a choice because they abandon you, but they got abandonment issues, right? See, to keep them from walking away. You know, that sometimes those people, I think I said it on my last show, you know, that sometimes people are afraid to get out of the toxicity. You know, they don't thrive in it, they just survive in it. And, or people hold things over their heads, like blood people, you know. Or, you know, they can have conditional love, right? Hey, Feather. Is Feather on here tonight? Where's she at? Oh, there Feather is. Hey, baby. Thank you for being here. 4359120. Alrighty. Oh, well, good. We got the 6 of Pentacles. That's equal give and take. So now this Empress or Emperor in reverse, which would be my way or the highway, you know, think that they're the prize. You know, sometimes when we stroke somebody's ego too much and you're already the prize, you know, and you're a gift to them, you love them unconditionally, you stroke their ego, you're hoping you're getting it back, and they breadcrumb you. They think that they can go out there, oh, well, I can get better. The grass is greener. They find out it ain't. But here, this is equal give and take, and you can see that this person is on, maybe sick, I hope they're not, but they're getting a blood transfusion and medicine. Looks like she's got a syringe in there. trying to put medicine in it. And this person looks like they've been through the ringer. And they got, you know, wounds and stuff. And you can see that, you know, they've been drained. So maybe somebody was drained, right? And they're putting medicine to heal them. Maybe somebody's sick. Maybe you healed them. You know what I'm saying? And they remember that. Let's see what else we got. Y'all go check out this song. Ain't Too Proud to Beg. So somebody wants to either learn how to have it, learn new things, get connected. They want to heal. You had healing properties and you healed them and they remember that. So they needing your healing. Brown-eyed girl. Somebody thinks you're a brown-eyed girl. Van Morrison. Blowing your mind. So you're blowing somebody's mind now, right now. Oh shoot, there's no water. Down in the hollow, country boy. Playing a new game. I used to live in a place called Happy Hollow. Brown-eyed girl. You my brown-eyed girl. What else we got, Spirit? Whatever happened, maybe something happened on Tuesday. So somebody's going down and listening to a transistor radio. So maybe somebody's listening to songs or they get their messages from. So strength, whoever this is weak. So somebody may be sick. Don't pray for, you know, I pray for whoever that is. Brown-eyed girl. So, I mean, the strength, you know, it's in reverse, but this is it, but it's in the right, when it's right side up. So, somebody's strength is low. Maybe they don't think they can do this, you know, or they don't have the strength to stand up. You know, we pray for them. The strength 4068, maybe 68 has 68 40118. Those numbers may be important. But whoever this is may be sick. Maybe think about it, they're getting blood, you know, you can catch things also with blood. But at the time, sometimes it can save your life. Man, the pool. So somebody was very risky. They don't want to do that no more, so maybe they did risky behavior. We'll find out as we go along. Brown-eyed girl. Or maybe somebody played you for a fool. You look at this card. He's tempting this person. This person's really young, too, so I hope that's not the case. Hope they didn't make somebody sick either. But if you look at that, she has innocence and purity. And, of course, they're out in a park somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And he's trying to tempt her, but you can see the fear, right? So somebody is very manipulating. Right, but it's in the reverse. So maybe somebody's coming out of that fear. They're not afraid. All right, so we got old time rock and roll. Somebody likes that old time rock and roll. But if you look over here too, you can see the lily, right? The lily means is Jesus's flower. It's the flower of life. Fleur de lis. That old time rock and roll. So somebody likes old time rock and roll. I know I do. Disco. I used to love the disco. Get me out on the floor. Somebody doesn't. They maybe don't dance very well. They're awkward. Hi, Jim. That old time rock and roll. What else we got? Spirit. Just so I love the way these cards slide and feel. So somebody's reminiscing about the days of old, right? We got that right here with the 6 of Swords. Even in the reverse. What else we got? So we got the Knight of Cups. You know, the Knight of Cups comes and, you know, gives those love bombing. Well, maybe that love bombing ain't working no more. I mean, this is pretty much all negative here. Jeez. Somebody's drinking. You can see a flask over here. Maybe somebody likes motorbikes. So whoever this was holding back their emotions and lying about how they felt. And it's kicking their behind because of an old way of thinking or traditions. But maybe those traditions aren't right. You know, sometimes we get things from our elders, but it doesn't mean it works for us anymore. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, my way or the highway, or a distorted way of a man's thinking. You know, like a man wants to be all given to in the whole relationship given to them, and, you know, and a guy is supposed to always woo his girl. Devotion, cherish, right? Provide, but it doesn't mean that he has to be the only provider. Even if you're in a relationship, a woman should have something to do, okay? Or both partners. You know, their dreams, you know, they promote each other on that. They stroke each other's ego, you know? That's what they're there for, right? But it's not the man's role where, you know, he's the head of the household, but he can't even run it. You know, he runs it into the ground, or it's all about him, right? You have to give and take equally. And it's okay. I mean, if a man's in the military, the woman needs to be going to school, taking care of the kids, you know, like the tigers or the lioness, right? We got that. But whatever ways these are, they're backwards, upside down, illogical thinking. It's all pretending. This person needs a transfusion to change their way of thinking. You know? Instead of being risky. That's risky thinking. That's not like jumping off and risky in a wrong way. So somebody's had some risky behavior, playing with this love bombing. You know, that's like Captain Saber 304. But here's the thing: when you go and you lie to somebody about something you say you're going to do or be or you want, and let's say maybe you're married, right? Or you're not intentionally going to stay in a relationship with somebody. So you're leading them and telling them something, so they're all into this relationship to find out that you're just going to leave, right? That is not, or you have something, you have an illness, you don't tell them. That's misleading. So this person couldn't make the right decision. So you're going to blame them for that. No. You're normal, right? Need you tonight in excess. So somebody's been doing something in excess. Inaccessibly keep doing this. So that's misleading someone into believing that this is real, and it's not. So that's like, it's almost like drugging somebody and then taking advantage of them, and that's exactly what that is. And it's going to make this person sick. Give me, let's see what the Spirit's got to say. So moves are so raw. Got to let you know. You're one of my kind. So somebody wants to let you know that you are one of their kind. So this person needs healing, of course. That's a person that does need healing because they're hurtful and they're hurting people. Because their upbringing, you know, it's making them weak. You know, they're getting weaker. They need to not hold back their feelings. You know, maybe they were taught to hold their feelings in, or maybe this person was hurt before, and instead of, you know, not dragging that into the new relationship, they took all their childhood wounding, the relationship that they had before, and they took it all out on you and punished you. That's what they did. They punished you because they heard something. or they automatically assume something because they brought that garbage into this relationship. When it started out, when they were not intentionally doing right, even if you saw that there was love there, maybe it scared them, or you know what I'm saying? Makes me sweat. What do we got, Spirit? So somebody's saying they're lonely, can't think it all. Gonna live my life. I'm lonely. So somebody is attention seeker. Can't think it all. They're sick. Gonna live my life. So this person's all about themselves. That's the Emperor, Empress in reverse. My way or the highway. So that's not caring about the other person, is it? It's not. You know? Because why? Because they were hurt before, so they're going to take it out on every other woman in their life? That's not good, man. There's a price to pay for that. It's got to change. We saw those numbers earlier. You got to think about yourself. This person doesn't even care about themselves. It's all about what they can get. Yeah, sister golden hair. So somebody's depressed. So somebody's saying they're not ready for the altar. Well, if you're not ready for the altar, then don't go around promising it. Right? But somebody's thinking about you and the relationship they weren't because they held back. They lied. And they're coward. That's what that strength in reverse is. Cowardice. And here it is. You look at this. The risky behavior. Leading somebody on. To take them for granted. And you had a pure heart. Right? So somebody wants to meet you in the middle. So somebody wants to meet you in the end. So somebody wants another chance. They just want a chance to see if you still care. So they can't make it without you. So share your interests, right? That's what it says. Bye, Pam Bear. Love you. Thank you, sweetheart. What do we got, Spirit? Okay, so, golly, we got the cosmic blueprint. What else we got? So you are the blueprint, dreamers. You are the blueprint. You have the blueprint, especially to your life and other things. Okay? All right, what do we got, Spirit? The 6 of engines. One more, Spirit. Somebody just wants you to just love them. Just show me that you still care. Somebody wants to know. They want to see if the feelings are still there. If they're, you know, they can't make it without you because it's getting them sick. They're losing strength, right? So they just want to see if there's still a chance. There's still a feeling. You know? Can we do it? Jiminy Spirit. I need to bend these cards a little bit. What else? We got one more. And I'm going to read the special things on this. You can get a feel for the characteristics of the cards. There we go. Thank you. Okay, we got the 6 of airships. Beautiful cards, guys. Let's see what it says. All right. All right, simply irresistible. Robert Palmer. Find you simply irresistible. And it's heavy. Heavy Nova. So somebody compromised this person's principles, which means Evan Love is mythical. So this person's thinking about changing their way of thinking. Even, you know, they find you mysterious and mythical, and she's a powerful force. So this person, you may be changing. Somebody's finding you now irresistible. They see now who you are to them. Maybe you've changed. Of course, I don't think you've changed. I think you were hidden in plain sight because God tested them to see what they were about. And your loving is so powerful. It's healing, and it's simply unavoidable. So this person, you know, met somebody, they've never met somebody like you. You know, they never felt this way. They were holding back, right? You know, and it's amazing to them, and they can't get away from it. Good to me. Whoever it is surrendering. I mean, they're losing strength, right? They don't want to hold back anymore. They're willing to take that risk. I mean, I would. Hey, you know, you don't get nothing if you don't go for it. Take that risk. I mean, we wouldn't have had planes today if it wasn't for the Wright brothers. You know, and they're saying, you're all mine. There ain't no other way to go. Elbow to ball and backs against the wall. Reasons that I've never felt before. This isn't taking every wrong. So this person was breaking all kind of promises that they didn't keep. But obviously you're the one. You're the one. It's all mine. There's no other way to go. So they're looking forward. It's just changing their life. Maybe this person didn't understand what a relationship was or how it worked. Because that's not what they're used to. They're used to that toxic, my way or the highway thinking. It's all about me. You know, their distorted idea of what a masculine's role is, or a woman's role. Her methods are inscrutable. So you're different the way you do things. And the proof is irrefutable. Okay, cosmic blueprint. Okay, and you're completely kissable. The cosmic blueprint enables things to, it was in the reverse, right? Enables things to find their ultimate achievement and realize the wholeness of their hidden promise by synthesizing the gifts of all the elements, like the magician, right? Being able to use them. It opens possibilities to their greatest extent, right? We're in that year right now. As one of the primary gods of the machine, the cosmic blueprint brings unity and harmonious fulfillment. So obviously, you are their wish fulfillment. It is encoded within all things and beings, which means to me, y'all's DNA are healing to each other. Or you are, dreamer, and they know that. Y'all are soulmates. By transcending the limits, the cosmic blueprint is able to draw upon every resource and find the point where they can combine and be made available to all. In other words, when these people come together, they're going to be able to help a lot of people as well as themselves, because that energy is going to reach out. It's going to be like an atom exploding, and the expansion is going to be off the charts, or you are. Because, you know, you are irresistible, right? Everybody knows that you're loving, you're easy to love. It's just you challenge those that are around you to be better. You give them encouragement. And you have the power to create, all right? So, talking in your sleep. Oh, somebody's talking in their sleep. Maybe this empress can see it and they know that you are healing. Maybe it's a third party situation. Because I'm seeing a 3, 2, 8, 3, 1, 3, 7. Okay. When you pass beyond your own limitations, I like that movie. A man has got to know his limitations. So when you're afraid to go past or find a way past the roadblocks, right? And stand in your confidence. So this person doesn't have any confidence. They are jealous. They cause jealousy. They have to have the wrong attention. Okay? So they need to stand in their truth to everyone. This is who I am and show it, right? Open up your heart and the truth comes out. Be authentic to your heart. Me that you want me. You tell me that you need me. You tell me that you love me. I know that it's right, 'cause I hear it in the night. I hear the secrets that you keep. So somebody's telling somebody one thing while they're awake, but they're talking in their sleep about somebody else. So this person's dreaming about you. The commonwealth of the Imperium is held together by mutual support and a collective commitment, inviting you to step beyond the merely personal and enter into it, all of it. So when you're in a contract, you have to give your all, no matter what that is. Your life as well. You give it your all, your best. You don't just do the minimum, a breadcrumb, because it's going to show when you leave here. Right? All right. The gates of opportunity. Things reach their culmination, attainment, or perfection in this cycle. You are moving into the center of things where the recognition of rewards and honors is extended. So you dreamers are fixing to go through that. And I said it earlier that you will be whatever community you're in and these other people aren't in, they're not going to reap the rewards. So if they weren't there for you, they don't want to be a part of it, then they're not going to be. But the people that are around you are going to reap this. It says there, the commonwealth. So you have royal blood, right? So maybe somebody was trying to take that. Where is it? So somebody was lied to, right? You tell me that you need me. That's the love bombing, right? But maybe you were with somebody and you heard them in their sleep. You know they love you, right? That's another message. Okay. So the integration of your potential with the needs of the world. So you are giving. You have enough love to give. But maybe this person didn't want to share, that there wasn't enough. So if it's in the reverse, they didn't like that about you. They're selfish, self-centered, my way or the highway, right? But they're also pretending to be that, and you're not. They're not using their gut instinct. If you're male, it's a gut instinct. If you're female, it's intuition. You never want this moment to end, and so you catch it by the tail. The honors are slow in arriving, so you're fixing to hit the big time. Something's coming in. Right? Pour some sugar on me. So like I said earlier, somebody wanted you to just be their lover. They didn't want to share, but they didn't give you that back. They held back, right? They really cared about you, but they held back because that's the way they were taught. That's the way they were taught. All right, let me get to the 6 of Engines. There you go. Okay, beautiful card. 6 of Engines. Okay, the Six of Engines. The heroic creator of the great engine is welcomed with honor. So that's what's in the middle of this. Y'all are going to be welcomed because you're a leader. It's a well-oiled engine, right? So this relationship can work when y'all come together, but people have to heal. And you are healing, by the way. Okay? Dreamers. The Six of Engines heralds the recognition or vindication that is richly deserved. So you're getting vindicated for all the lies and stuff that people said about you, especially the ones that know you were. But here's the thing, they didn't want that for you. They didn't want your happiness. So therefore, they said all these things, and they know that they betrayed you. They hurt you. Instead of, being supportive and being with you. You're the kind of person that shares, like I said, with the Commonwealth, right? You're not a greedy individual. So these people said some nasty things, but you're fixing to be vindicated, and you're going to tell your truth. Why? Because that's who you are. Your truth is your experiences, and there's not anything they can do about it because it is the truth. Okay. Excuse me. That is richly deserved, so you deserve this. It's your time. And this usually happens before you become famous or recognized. All right? And you know how to handle it. Which gives enhanced power or security to all. Because you're going to be able to still give security to all. And that's the kind of person you are. You make people feel safe. Like that safe here. Right? Somebody's cracked the bolt. You probably. That's another message. Okay, here we go. Victory comes to those who make headway by steady and continuous effort. That means you're dedicated, you're disciplined, and you don't get up. You keep pushing forward. Now, this is the Matrix now, so this is how you're behaving in the real world, right? The earthly realms. You've already done it up there. You have high honors there. Okay, continuous effort, or sometimes it just comes as a fortunate gift to the one in the right place at the right time. So a lot of people have thought that you were lucky, and sometimes people are, right? But because you're on the right timeline and you listen obediently and you arrive at the station at the right time to catch the next train, you're in alignment. Okay? So it is alignment. Sometimes people go away for a while and then they come back together at the right time. So maybe this wasn't the right time for you, but it might be right now. Right person, wrong timing. For whatever reason. That happens as well. Sometimes if you're in a twin flame thing, it's never level. It takes a while for the masculine to catch up, whether it's within you or actual partners, right? However you do, the masculine energy, right? We all have that. Okay. Honors and promotions can evoke the jealousy of others. What did I say? So whoever this is they're jealous of you. They're so jealous that it's become envious. And, instead of being there, when you buttered them up or you stroked their ego, it turned into jealousy of who you are or whatever it is. If they would just focus on their own lives or ask you how you did it, they don't want to. They want you to do it for them. And when you can't or not able to, then you're of no use anymore, right? So that makes them envious. Envious is where you don't want it and they don't want you to have it either. That's not good at all. And to have those kind of behaviors, that's not Christian. That's not Christ-like. Right? Man-eater, Bahala Notes. Dad, maybe somebody's a dad. The ultimate guide to rock. So this is the ultimate guide here. See, when you're a religious person, it's supposed to help get you that. You're supposed to understand the word. In other words, read between the lines. Okay, so it'll only come out at night. She's a clean and hungry type. So this person likes the nightlife. That's not going to get him anywhere but in trouble. Watching and waiting. So somebody's sitting with them. Somebody's ready to bolt. Their eyes are on the door. She's sitting with their eyes on the door. So this person's for the streets, right? Now, Jesus worked in the streets because he didn't like rich people, right? Because they hurt other people. I'm not saying all people. Because just because you have money doesn't mean you're bad. But sometimes people, you know, look at other people that got money and they're envious of that, right? Because they don't know how they got that money. Jesus worked in the street because he had compassion for people. So somebody thinks you're strong and that maybe somebody told them those things. They lied. She's a man-eater. She's a user. She's a street life, right? She'll chew you up. Oh, here she comes. She's a man-eater. See, people talk bad. You're a gold digger. You're going to be vindicated. Because your actions are going to show. Where's the receipts? Everybody says something, but there's no receipts. She's deadly. She could really rip your world apart. She's going to stab you back. It's mind over matter. The beauty is there, but the beast is in her heart, right? Oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. Oh, here she comes. She's a man-eater. Well, maybe he's a woman-eater. Haha, no pun intended. Okay? But, you know, that kind of man-eater could be, you know, you know, sucking of the lollipop. Here we go. All right. So make them envious. Okay, let's go back. Honors and promotions can evoke. So when somebody sees you achieving, they're jealous of that because they don't have it. They don't have the wherewithal. Or they're afraid of it, right? Afraid of success or afraid of failure. I'm afraid of failure more than anything. Honors and promotions can evoke the jealousy of others and make them envious. Like if somebody sees you in a relationship and you're happy, they don't want you happy. They want you to be miserable like them. Or because they just think they're that powerful, you know? They are an emperor or empress in reverse. Think they're all powerful, right? They can play gods in everybody's life, right? Okay, envious. And so modesty in achievement is a better laurel wreath than arrogance and self-importance. So these people are self-righteous, and it's all about them and what they can get or what have. You don't deserve all the hard work. You got it this way. What they're doing is projecting onto you. And there are G304s. Okay, so let's do it this way. The guys are 304s and the girls are 403s. Okay? Let's do it that way. All right, so interaction or personal lifestyle. Let's go to that. Personal lifestyle. Advancement realized through steady growth. Pride in achievement and promotion. Self-confidence leads you to success. So don't mistake my confidence for arrogance. It's not, because I've been humble. But you can't go around humbling somebody that already is humble. And as far as the humbling experiences was for me to ask for help because I was taught not to. We give it, but we don't accept it because you're supposed to fear that, right? But sometimes we do need help, but that doesn't mean you're not a stable individual. All right, so one of these nights, you got your demons. Okay, so advancement realized through steady growth, pride in achievement or promotion. You got to have a little bit of self-pride, you know, self-care. And be proud of yourself, right? It's a healthy thing. Self-confidence leads to success. So if somebody's trying to make you jealous, they're not confident, right? Anybody that has to have a power struggle and control somebody else's life, they're insecure. I can read that real quick. You're not going to try to make me jealous? I already know you got issues. And I'm already, giving you praise, uplifting. But sometimes you do that, and it just blows their head up, and they think, oh, well, I can go do this, and I can do that. Just because I build a bear, my bear might have a missing eyeball. Okay, but I love my bear. Okay, but it doesn't mean somebody else will. You know, it just won't. All right. Negligible or transitory rewards, arrogance in success spoils its gleam. So in other words, you put yourself on a pedestal and you're going to fall. It doesn't look as pretty as it was. That little sparkly thing may not be worth a dang. That's what it's saying. When you're arrogant and braggadocious, it doesn't look very good. It spoils it, right? So you got to stay humble. Doubting your own self-esteem. So it's in other words, well, I don't have any money. Why would she want me? Well, obviously there's something that she saw. She gave you encouragement, or he gave you encouragement. You know, it wasn't this. You know, I don't need anybody. I can get my own. Have I depended on people for certain things that they said they were going to do? Yeah. Are they perfect at it all the time? No. Right? Okay, you know what I'm saying? So you have to let somebody lead. I mean, we have to have people help us with certain things, and it's okay. If you're the kind of person you really don't need anybody, you know, and some people get upset because you're not needing them. Well, if I met somebody that needs everything from me, then they're not living and not doing for themselves, and it becomes a burden. You know, you don't want to create that until you really need it. You know what I'm saying? All right. Interaction. Winning your partner's admiration. You know, that's what I'm saying. You want someone to love you and admire you for who you are. So obviously you saw who this person was, you know. And then there's times that people can see the light in you, or the gifts that you have in you before you do, you know. Winning your partner's admiration, successfully interesting someone you were pursuing. So in a relationship, a man is supposed to pursue the woman. The woman is supposed to show interest if she likes him, right? That's the male and female role. It's not supposed to be the other way around. Knowing yourself to be loved in return. So in other words, if you love yourself, you should know that a person should love you in return. It shouldn't be like the succubus or the incubus. The disloyalty of close friends. So maybe somebody was disloyal, a disloyal friend. And I imagine you already know that. Or they were disloyal to your partner. Maybe led them to believe this, said those things. You should never believe other people when you already seen what this person did and showed you. You know, you allowed that stuff to infect your mind and make you see things that ain't there. You should, and then first of all, you shouldn't listen to gossip. And I was always taught, if you ain't got nothing good to say, then don't say nothing at all. And then you should stand up for your partner, you know? When a man loves a woman type of thing, you should go talk to your partner. You're supposed to be working it out with your partner. You ain't supposed to talk to other people. And if you're going to, because they might not have the best interest for you either. You go talk to somebody that you can trust, that's always giving you positive feedback. Otherwise, you go talk nasty stuff about your own partner. Doesn't make you look good at all. You know what I'm saying? And you might just go tell people the wrong thing. If you want the right answer and a solution, you got to tell the truth, right? So if you go tell somebody a lie, then all you're trying to do is get your ego stroked and justification for your bad behavior, period. All right? So you have to know yourself that you should be loved in return, and if you're not getting it, they got to go. What's love got to do with it? Well, a lot. But you have to be emotionally intelligent. And we know her relationship, right, with Ike Turner, right? Love you, Tina. She was the backbone. She was the golden goose. And he abused her. Understand, touch of a hand, it's how thoughts react. The touch of your hand makes my thoughts react. Thrill. Opposites attract. It's physical. What's love got to do with it? Yes, it's only logical. See, there you go. But to me, My mind stimulates me in the bedroom. Creativity, romance, talking about stuff, getting things done. When I get things done, it makes me feel good for the day. It's love is a secondhand emotion. It's the showing of it that matters. Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? Right, because if you totally give your heart away, like when you see somebody was being distant, right? When you're close, you're causing confusion. So, you know, there's a name for it, right? Because it's, so listen to that song. It's about how she was confused. He caused confusion. He held back. Whatever you do it for me, right? It's not true. What's love got to do? Because this person keeps saying that he loves her, but he's not showing her. What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? So we saw this earlier in the beginning, that this person had probably had their heart broken before, so they brought that into this relationship and they took it all out on you because they knew that you weren't going to hurt them. So you can't hurt somebody that didn't cut you. New direction, and I have to say, thinking about my own protection scares me but feel this way. So this person walked away from you, and or you know, even when you were there they were distant, so you had to protect your own self because this person wasn't protecting you. They weren't there for you, so you had to pull back and protect you and heal. So she's sitting here listening. Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? So this person thinks, what's love got to do with it? I should just, this is another, that it's just a notion. You know, I'll just tell them I love them. You know, tell them sweet nothings, right? But this person held back what they felt. They were afraid. You know, I'm not afraid to love. No, I'm not. You know, I'm not afraid to get my heart bruised. I felt what it's like to have it broken. I've, you know, people have died. I've lost things that meant things to me. So I've had my heart broken, but I'm not afraid to love. At one time, I was, you know, and, you know, because of the way I was treated, you know. So I just figured it just, love wasn't in the air for me, you know. It's all right. Going nowhere, staying alive. Bee Gees. This is a player. Use my walk, I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. So he just hit it one way. This is a player. It's all right. I'm okay. You may look the other way. But love you whether you're staying alive. So somebody's out here trying to, you know, just out here just staying alive and just barely making it, trying to stay alive. Right? So this person just been out there just everywhere for the streets, community property. I don't want to share with the whole street. Really. They come and get their battery pack for me, and then they go out there and charge it. Charge everybody at the charging stations. Plug-ins. All right, enough of that. The disloyalty of close friends. So people have been disloyal. Condescending attitudes destabilize things between you. So people got in between your relationships. Shame. And the person shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't allow that. The relationship should have meant something to them. Their opinions were more important. These disloyal people that didn't have their best interest at heart. So you got to take care of yourself, like Tina Turner said. Got to protect yourself and your partner, because this here, like I said, y'all gonna be a couple. money, money. And people saw that. People saw that both of you were happy or happy, right? And that y'all were going somewhere. They want you to be okay, but you know, we don't want you better than us, you know. Here we go. The impact that it's going to have. Recognition or ceremonial honors mean your popularity is assured. So you, if you're alone, dreamer, the vindication that you're going to get, whether this person comes back or not, you're going to get the popularity. It's coming back because in your community, you're loved and received, and your hard work that you've been doing, it's going to pay off. Serving those around you by your best, with your best skills, and you got more skills coming out. Your skills of being a leader and working in the community is awesome, and people recognize it. And those people that know you, they give back to you. They're excited to see and hear from you. I mean, they're like, hey, so-and-so's here, or so-and-so's on their way. They want to hear what you got to say. They want to learn, you know. Some will, some won't. They ain't ready to do the work. Somebody can't live your life for you. At that point, you just might as well just give it up. Okay? Your quality of life sucks. But when you're in bliss and obedient, you know how the matrix works, you know how the energy works above here, okay? You know how to manifest. It's head over heart. I'm not saying don't have compassion or empathy. You just can't have apathy. Because you're like the little, you know, bullies. You know, you got to have more people just to even work together, and you're working on trying to hurt somebody else. You're not focusing on yourself. Take that energy and jealousy and envy and the gossip. Put that energy into doing something good. You'd be somewhere. But you were taught wrong. Feel for you, you know? All right, so you're jealous of somebody that is loving and caring no matter what they've been through. So you're sitting there telling on yourself that you can't change, that you let all this stuff make you bitter and hurtful, and you don't want to change. You like feeling that way. You're afraid of love. It feels so good, but, you know, I might, you know, be something different, or I might want something different, and I'll be disowned by these disloyal people or these hurtful people. That's what it tells you in the Bible. When you grow up, you have to leave where you were born in order to prosper. Because you learn some bad habits or your childhood wounding. And you are the first to break generational curses, by the way. And the people that are against you are creating new ones for their generations. How about that? Disconnecting doesn't mean you're disconnecting from people. Okay? Yes, you can not talk to them. Yeah, you can disconnect. But who you hurting, right? So sometimes you just have to retreat for a while, get well, do what you got to do. Matter of fact, I like it when people leave me alone, because then I can get something done. Right? Right? And you wouldn't believe what I do every day. It's amazing. It's like, I don't know how I do it myself, right? I touch so many people, and I used to be drained. I'm not anymore. I felt like, you know, at times I feel people being selfish, and I know who they are now, right? 20102 201. Boy, what a mirror. You're a mirror. It's coming. That two's coming together. That is collaboration. That's love. That's the masculine and the feminine energies. That's the balance, right? That's already, the ships are here. You just got to pick one or the other, or it's coming together, you know? 111022201. There you go. I love it. Go check that out. All right, so now, the disloyalty of close friends, condescending attitudes, destabilize things between you. Lack of shared interest, leave the other left out of your charmed circle. So a lack of shared interest doesn't mean you have to be interested in everything, but you're not on the same frequency, right? And if somebody doesn't want to be a part of it, then they're leaving themselves out. So in this sense, it's kind of like opposites attract. That's what it's showing, right? Opposites attract. And it can work. because you are, this person has some strengths that you need, and then you have strengths. And the curiosity, like I said, a man has his gut instincts, the female has her intuition, right? He has his traditions. He loves traditions. Men work a little bit better when they're disciplined. But if the man doesn't want to do the work, or the woman doesn't want to do the work, then that's not going to work. It shows here. The lack of shared interest. And that means when you're in a relationship, you have to work on keeping that romance together. You have to keep each other happy. Kids are going to grow up. You know, nobody's going to be there for you in the end, except your best friend, your partner. So a lack of people being friends and disloyal. Sometimes you being disloyal to you. You're distancing yourself from your happiness because of fear of what other people are going to think. It's your life, not theirs. All right, the impact, recognition or ceremonial honors, which means somebody wants to honor you, and it could be ceremonial. They're recognizing who you are. Mean your popularity is assured. Sharing your expertise and success to benefit others. So whatever your gifts are that God gave you, you can share them. And that's also, you can make money at it, right? What a fool believes. Here we go. So they can't recreate without love. If you don't have abundance, you just got wealth. I'm not saying you can't have wealth, but it can come and go real quick. Stock markets, all of that, right? So look at that. You know, I'm not saying what you wanted. What a fool believes. So somebody was a real fool. A fool in their own life. They're disconnecting from their own happiness. They like relishing in that chaos and misery. Instead of giving, they punish you. That's not a good way to go, because it's not going to hurt you. You're going to have everything because you know how to love, you know how to receive it, you know how to see it. Okay. So what, you know about the heart and the mind, how it works. Bathing in the reflected glory of someone else's achievements. So this person doesn't want to do the work themselves. They want to ride your coattails or pretend that there's something that they're not. They want it without working. They want the reward without working because you're the star. Disloyalty of supporters or followers, watching how other people achieve and how you can duplicate their success. So what that says is, you know, praise and recognition are the results of your service. In other words, thanking people, gratitude, and the gifts that you show. So you're the kind of person that shows who you are. Doesn't matter what people say. You're not even in some of these rooms, so it doesn't matter, right? And even your haters are bringing you up, okay? So that's good too. This is to her apology. Nobody else would surely say. Surely no. So this is a good song. Where your heart goes, right? So watching somebody else achieve something, then you're obviously the loser. You're watching the winner. And you're not watching what's going on in your life, which also brings you down. So it's better to learn how somebody does something so that you, if you want to know how they did it, how they're always successful, then you should ask them. If you want to be a fireman, you go hang around at the firehouse. You want to be a police officer, you go hang out at the donut shop, right? You want to be a lawyer, you go hang out at the law library. Ask questions. People really want to show you their expertise from all their wisdom, their experience, right? All right. So let's see. All right. Let's see. We've got the 6 of airships. Oh, somebody wants a white wedding. Who was that card at? Maybe somebody's going to give you an offer. Yes, because they think you have a pure heart. No, 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 no. All right. Hey, little sister, what have you done? Hey, little sister, who's the only one? So somebody wants you to look at them, right? Hey, little sister, says Superman. Somebody wants to be your hero, and they want you to look up to them. It's a nice day to start again. So somebody wants to start again and get to know you better because they didn't last time. Or they believed people that maybe that were around you that knew you before, even though you explained to them about it, probably. You know, that you're different, you know. She Talks to Angels is a good song to hear on this subject. So people tend to believe family or old friends, and they don't get why they have a problem talking to them because I've been away for so long, so somebody's been away for a while. Somebody let you go for so long, so somebody wants to start again. So getting back to it, okay, where was I? You know, they should have known about what you showed them, right? Not what other people think, because a person that shows you who they are it's not going to change. It's always going to be consistent, like we saw here. And then you hear something, and then they turn around and conflict and say something else. That should tell you right there it's causing confusion. Especially if they were saying things about you. I mean, you know, people saying stuff they don't even know you, right? So, you know, people have to reconnect and get to know each other again. They have to give the effort. So somebody wants you to take them back. A 6 of airships. Passengers embark on a journey to a new place where they will take up a different life. So somebody's coming, and maybe y'all are going to a different place to have a different life. There's something left in this world. Maybe y'all going to be in silent mode or hermit mode, and then come out again when it's stronger. So maybe somebody wants to get married again, or married, or reconnect, right? Where they will take up a different life. The 6 of airships usually offers you a way forward. So this is a chance now. Rather than a way back, which means, you know, going back. Words. Whatever the foul ups in your past, you are now putting them behind you. So this is kind of like, you know, the 8 of Cups, right? So this is a chance now to change your life, putting the past behind you, having a clean slate with communication, understand where things went wrong, and then move forward. Put those things behind you. Maybe you are encouraged by those who have made the break themselves. In other words, so somebody who has done this and survived it, right? That has done this before themselves and knows how to do that successfully. Okay? Or you could be sponsored to start anew elsewhere. So maybe you need to start, like I said earlier, you got to start somewhere else. You can't, you know, some people do stay where they are, but they really don't grow, and it's a codependent environment. It's not successful. It's just settling. Maybe you are encouraged by those who have made the break themselves, or you could be sponsored to start anew elsewhere. Maybe somebody wants to help you start somewhere. Your road may uniquely be waiting beneath your feet. In other words, you need to get moving. I paid my dues time after time. My sentence but committed no crime. Sounds like somebody else I know, right? So this you're vindicated. No bad mistakes. Well, I've had a few. Means you're not perfect. But I'm going through. Because you are a champion. We are the champions, my friends. We'll keep on fighting till the end. So y'all are warriors, yes. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. All right, here we go. In my time of vows, my curtain calls. So you've done it. There'll be fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all, but it's been no bed of roses. Pleasure cruise. That's right. This life ain't always easy. But for the human race, but I ain't gonna lose. Because you know you're a winner. Yes, you got the strength. All right? And you want to work with other people because what's good for you is good for other people. You want the best. Because you know that that's going to mirror. Does things happen? Yes. All right? Your road may uniquely be waiting beneath your feet, but you haven't yet noticed it because you're trying to go down someone else's route. So somebody tried to destiny swap with you, or somebody's living through you. In other words, like for instance, somebody wants me to be a doctor, but I want to be a dancer. So when I go to study it, my heart is not in it. I can't learn. I can't focus. So they're living vicariously through you. You're trying to please other people. This is your life. Yeah, do you want to be a part of people's life? Do you want to encourage them? Do you want to celebrate with them? Do you want to be there for them when they have, emergencies or they just need to talk? Yes. Family can be friends too. More than anything in this world, you need friends, whether it's blood or not. You have to keep on fighting. Don't matter how many times you get back up. Get up. Because you're a champion. You are successful. Thank you. Thank you, Father. Okay. So don't try to be somebody you're not. We've seen this, right? When you are clear with yourself about what you want, the road will be ready. Yes, we saw that. The timing. You'll get on that train. You'll be on the right path, the right track. The one-way track to somewhere. Not backtracking. Right? All right, personal lifestyle. A journey or new perspective. A change of occupation. Maybe you want, like you said, you want to change your occupation. Maybe some of you are. And that's okay. Sometimes, what we want to do, it takes a little time, like the starving artist, right? In the meantime, you can explore and do other things. I've done so many things in my life. And I have a bucket list that, I would like to do. If I can't, maybe I'll come back the next life, right? Okay. A journey or new perspective, a change of occupation, definitely the logical perspective is going to change that, right? Sarah by Fleetwood Mac. Escaping from the present circumstances. So somebody has to leave where they are to change those circumstances. You have to put one foot in front of the other. Make that affirmation. Put that one foot in front of the other. Change it. Change your thinking. Change your perspective. Change change something different. Otherwise, you're going to stay in that same wheel. Taking all your troubles away with you. An inability to move forward. Holding on to your prejudices or views. There we go. Holding on to those old things has not made you successful. Can't you see that? Waiting on somebody to give you your life. you're not successful. It's causing you to go backwards and not having the ability to go forward. It's giving you the inability. And you need to, a change of place, those things, occupation. You're not happy. Hello. How you doing, Deepak? Hello, man. Man B. Okay. Holding on to your prejudices or views, and whoever these people are, you can tell they're holding on to their prejudice. Prejudice means not liking somebody for the stupidest reasons just because somebody's told you that, oh, I don't like broccoli. Well, why don't you like broccoli? Because we didn't eat broccoli, so I don't like broccoli. Or I don't like mushrooms. Have you tried them? Well, no. Well, maybe you should. Find out how you like them. I mean, I like carrots. I like them more cooked than I do raw, right? All right. Interaction, being an envoy or messenger on behalf of others. A chance to try a different way is given to you both. So maybe you guys need to go and be together and just be together without all the noise until y'all are strong enough and understanding to come out and be that power couple, that winners, right? Or yourself, one balance with yourself. Putting old relationships or mistakes behind you. Sometimes you have to let the past be the past, right? Like we said, those hurts. Or even sometimes you have to walk away from relationships because they're not supportive to you. They're hurtful. Arguments about a relationship's progress when one partner is dragging their feet. Maintaining a dead or dying partnership seeking approval. So whoever this was going somewhere else seeking approval instead of working on that relationship. Their jealousy, making this their partner jealous, not giving in, wanting that person to give all into a relationship and they didn't give anything. They didn't stand up. They disrespected, right? So the other person had to take themselves, like Tina Turner said, right? And you got one person having arguments with somebody trying to find out where this relationship is going. This may be happening now or it happened in the past, right? Because this other person's out seeking the wrong attention or trying to get approval from everybody else instead of their person. They couldn't see that the person was right there giving them that attention and was loyal and waiting like the dog. But they didn't protect him. They didn't protect them. Didn't provide them loyalty, protection, right? And then they made their relationship weak. They were cowards. That's a coward, right? Because of all of the prejudices and their ignorant views. Doesn't matter anymore, she says. If you build your house, if you build a house, you should build a house. You don't build it with friends and other people, right? Impact, safety, and protection are offered to refugees, right? That's leaving out in the cold. So somebody left you out in the cold, but you needed safety and protection, and you found it. Whether it's within yourself, with the Most High, right? And you were helpful in your community, so you knew where to go when you first rodeo. How Jesus did it. He worked in the streets. He didn't work in a church. He didn't work with rich people unless he knew who was willing to donate to causes to help others. Holidays, taking the opportunity to jump ship. Somebody jumped ship Probably poked the holes in it first. Wanted you to get them to okay, thank you, Spirit. Where's it at? Right? The Six of Swords. They poked holes in the ship, wanted you to save them, and you probably were a healer to them, right? They jumped ship while it was sinking because they poked holes in it, right? But that was funny. Moving from place to place to escape troubles. So this person moves hoppity hoppity hop 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 from one relationship to the next. They don't build anything. They just love bomb. Where's that? The Knight of Cups in reverse. They go around lying to people, giving them to be a relationship when they already have one. They don't finish what they start. They're a coward. They run from their feelings. They probably are supported by family knowing that they do that, right? Right? So we got this monument here in a coffin, you know. So they go around doing that, and they're hurting people. They're lying to them. But yet they're preying on people and hurting people because of the way they were raised. They weren't raised to nurture a relationship. It was raised to get even and hurt people who care about them and who love them. It's almost like they have no feeling. But you know that they do. They don't want to do that. But they're afraid to be disowned or thrown out or being a refugee. Why are you afraid? You're a grown person. In the air tonight, and I saw what you did. Right? Here we go. The impact, safety and protection are offered to refugees. So you are willing, you know, you help people, right? But this person plays nice. Nice, sweet person. You'd never think that they would do that, but they would. Because they can't hold that mask for too long. Holidays, taking the opportunity to jump ship. So this person, whenever it comes time to do the follow through, to do the loving, you know, this person maybe even, you know, doesn't invite people to their relationships, to their holidays, because their home is toxic. Same thing, and she listens to angels, or she talks to angels. Moving from place to place to escape troubles. Unwilling to leave the past life behind. So this person doesn't want to leave their past life because, you know, they felt feelings, obviously, right? But they didn't want to leave that old past life behind. This is like a man that's staying a forever, you know, what do you call midlife crisis? You know, but they like the idea of having a title, but they don't respect it, right? You don't know who I am. Was there and I saw what you did. That was your experience. Saw it with my own two eyes. So you can wipe off that grin, 'cause I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies. So this person goes around lying to themselves and everybody else, man. Feel it? So it's coming. It's coming out. It's gonna come out. Hold on. So hold on to your seats. And waiting for this moment. So you came around. You came on to the right person. Yeah, they came across the right one. They came across God, and God tried to give them a chance. So he's gonna have to do some praying and, you know, changing if his life is gonna change, because when God is very coercive, he is very coercive. Devil can be manipulated, but he uses the devil to do his bidding. So whatever that was promised, it's not gonna happen. The devil never keeps his promises. Only God does. Oh, don't worry. How could I ever forget? It's the worst, the first time. The last time we ever met. So this is somebody coming back and apologizing, but they can't forget it. I know the reasons why you keep your silence up. Refusing to see or refusing to show, but the pain still grows. It's strengthened for you and me. So until they change, this pain's gonna keep growing. And they won't be successful at the end of their life. They're probably gonna be lonely. Nobody there because they have burned so many bridges or hurt so many people. And sometimes, like it said, somebody's gonna get sick. And then what? What kind of life you gonna have then? You're gonna go out and hurt people, being sick, right? Being a vampire, infecting people, right? Or you're gonna be stuck with the person that gave it to you. What a misery. And a lot of people, or become judging, right? And then sometimes we lose everything because we ill and we can't be productive. So whoever you were, dreamers, y'all were healers. And the DNA that y'all had with the Kundalini, the DNA that y'all both had, were healing to each other. So even if this person was sick, you healed them. And you dodged a bullet. All right, let me give y'all some, encouraging words. And then we'll get out of here because I got to go to work tomorrow. All right, let me give y'all some loving energy. All right. I love you guys, and I appreciate y'all being here. And I'm going to keep trying to be consistent, but I'm, trying to elevate myself and thinking of my future. And like I said, I'm got to try to find school to go to, fixing to get some new glasses, doing some other tests, fixing to get my teeth worked on. So I'm loving on me and taking care of myself because I was taking care of somebody else and my needs went on the back burner, and I had people that weren't very supportive. They were just judgmental. And they're so righteous and so nasty nice. That sweet, sicky nice. I'm kind, but I'm not nice. True. This thing's a guitar man. Okay? So I'm not fake nice. I'm not going to pretend to be something I'm not. And I'm going to tell you my truths. And sometimes people are afraid of that. So bring me some receipts. And I'll know what to do with them. Okay? Otherwise, it's just talk is cheap. Show me something, mister. Like we say down in the parades, down in New Orleans, Otherwise, stay in your shade parade. I heard another, heard that on one of the other readers. You don't listen to the guitar, man. You just sing that same old song and play that same old tune. God, I'm good. All right, what do we got? Encouragement for our dreamers, guys. And I love y'all so much. I appreciate all the love y'all give and the energy y'all give. Every time I'm on here, I always feel good. I don't feel any pain. It's amazing the energy that I get back from you guys. And even the trolls and the haters and the people that secretly admire you and love you, they don't want to say it because they're worried about what people are going to think. One day they won't. They're going to go to the other side because it just feels right. They're going to say, man, what a stupid fool I was, right? Like the song earlier. So it's okay. Ooh, let's see what that card was. It mixed up. Oh, we got the wizard out here. Where's the wizard? There we go. What's the card? Here we go. The fool again. It's in the right side position. So that's the person that is ready for the journey. It's got a light load like I've done. Even all the stuff I've lost, it's a burden that's been released. So, but I know that I'm going to always land on, the fool always knows he's going to land on his feet. He's not worried. He knows that cliff ain't too deep, right? Just like in the movies, they act like they're climbing some big mountain and it's just, a ledge. So, okay, so here we go. And of course, The little loyal doggy, Toto, wants to go too. He's not pulling on her, you know, like he usually does. Toto wants to go. He's ready. Little loyal dog and best friend, he wants to go too. And she's like, well, come on, Toto. And it looks. So this guy's got to find another place to play. Go back and listen to the Guitar Man by Bread. Somebody wants to break bread, right? So look at her. She's got flowers or something on her. I don't know what's exactly on her, but I think it's roses or something. What the heck is that? I can't really tell because it's black and white. But he was ready to go. She's even got her suitcase packed. So somebody's probably, like in the other ones we saw, is ready to move, change their life, right? I love it. That's what it's going to take. Otherwise, they're just going to stay. And you know, some people, they become codependent. And those are like, so make sure you pay attention and look at that halo up there. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your body. Pay attention to your thoughts. And definitely pay attention to your surroundings. As within, so without. So whatever you have inside is going to show on the outside. And if it's just superficial and not that agape love, you ain't got nothing. You're going to be like Lazarus, that King Lazarus, whatever it was, when he went to Hades, you know, he went to hell. You know, because he treated a guy really bad. He treated a beggar bad. That's why Jesus understood. And he worked in the street. He had compassion. And it made a difference with so many people. So, but I tell you what, he's the judge now. All right. So, intergalactic mystery, confirmation. There you go. Look at that pyramid, right? All right. It's Urgent by Foreigner. So, it's got the number 4. So, somebody knows it's time. It's urgent. Change your life, guys. All right. Well, this is your favorite Spirit DJ Brie Bragg. I love you guys, and thanks for being here. I love y'all all so much, and I can't wait to share the next journey. I'll see y'all next time right here. Y'all come back now, year. Stay tuned in to your destiny. It's beautiful. Smooches. Song going out. Urgent. Wanna live. You wanna move to the sound. You got fire in your veins. Where's that one that had the IV? All right, diffusion. I love you guys. Till next time. Mwah. Smooches. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love y'all.